Welcome to Corofy, your trusted partner on the journey to becoming a licensed real estate professional in New York. Today, we've crafted a special guide to help you navigate through the complexities of the real estate exam with ease and confidence. Before we dive into our top 25 real estate questions designed to sharpen your skills and boost your exam readiness, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more invaluable resources and updates. Now, let's embark on this educational journey together. Before we get started, let's talk about taking your study to the next level. With our real estate exam prep course, you're not just studying, you're preparing to succeed. Our course offers comprehensive materials, practice tests, and personalized feedback to ensure you're not just ready, but fully equipped to ace your New York State real estate exam. And for a limited time, here's a special offer to boost your exam prep. Use the following code for a 20% discount. Don't just aim to pass. Excel with confidence and start your real estate career strong. Here are the 25 real estate questions that will sharpen your knowledge and prepare you for success.
Question 1. The Whitleys, who live in Albany, New York, refuse to accept an offer on their single-family home from Nancy Delaney, a financially qualified buyer who is divorced. The Whitleys are A. Exempt from selling to Ms. Delaney under the New York Human Rights Law, B. Not exempt under the New York Human Rights Law, C. Protected by the Civil Rights Act of 1866, D. Allowed under the law to sell their home to whomever they please. The correct answer is B. Not exempt under the New York Human Rights Law. Refusing offers based on marital status is a violation of this law. Question 2. In an advertisement offering the other unit in her duplex for rent in West Seneca, New York, the owner states that she prefers renters who are white females, pay cash, and are Catholics. She refuses an applicant who is a male Presbyterian. Which of the following is correct? A. The renter is taking advantage of an exemption in the New York Human Rights Law. B. Because the advertisement is discriminatory, the owner is not exempt under the law. C. Because the seller's main purpose was to receive cash, the refusal is not discriminatory. D. The owner must allow the applicant to rent the duplex because she cannot discriminate on the basis of sex. The correct answer is B. Because the advertisement is discriminatory, the owner is not exempt under the law. Question 3. Which of the following is not an enforcement procedure for the Federal Fair Housing Act of 1968? A. A civil suit for damages in federal court. B. Administrative procedures through HUD-C. Action by the U.S. Attorney General. D. Arbitration with the National Labor Relations Board. The correct answer is D. Arbitration with the National Labor Relations Board. This is not involved in the enforcement of the Federal Fair Housing Act. Question 4. An ad appears in a New York newspaper. Rooms for rent in my home, limited to non-smoking females, 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. Which of the following is correct? The ad, A. Does not violate the New York Human Rights Law. B. Violates the Civil Rights Act of 1866. C. Is only allowable for public housing. D. Violates the Fair Housing Amendments of 1988. The correct answer is A. Does not violate the New York Human Rights Law, as it pertains to sharing living spaces. Question 5. A person confined to a wheelchair requests that an apartment be modified to meet her needs. Which of the following is correct? A. The owner must make appropriate modifications at the owner's expense. B. At the end of the tenancy, the renter must pay for returning the premises to its original condition. C. The owner may refuse to rent to the disabled tenant because of the needed modifications. D. The owner may refuse to allow a service animal if required by the tenant. The correct answer is B. At the end of the tenancy, the renter must pay for returning the premises to its original condition. Question 6. When Donna signed a rental agreement for an apartment in Staten Island, the rental agent told her that because she had 2 children, she would have to pay an extra month's security deposit. The rental agent's request was A. Legal according to the Federal Fair Housing Act, B. In violation of New York state law only, C. In violation of NYC human rights laws only, D. In violation of federal, New York state, and NYC human rights laws. The correct answer is D. In violation of federal, New York state, and NYC human rights laws. Question 7. The owner of a movie theater refuses to lower his one payphone in the lobby to accommodate persons in wheelchairs. Which of the following is correct? A. The owner is in violation of the Americans with Disabilities Act. B. The owner must lower his payphone within 4 years after the violation is investigated. C. Movie theaters are exempt from the Americans with Disabilities Act, so the owner is not in violation. D. Payphones do not have to be accessible to people in wheelchairs under the Americans with Disabilities Act. The correct answer is A. The owner is in violation of the Americans with Disabilities Act. Question 8. The Purple Medallion Club, a private club in Binghamton, New York, allows its members to lodge at the club for a small fee, but non-members cannot stay there. The Purple Medallion Club, A, is in violation of the Civil Rights Act of 1866. B, must open its lodgings to the public to comply with federal and state laws. C, is operating within the federal and New York laws that allow the limitation of a club's lodging to its members. D, is in violation of the New York human rights law. The correct answer is C, is operating within the federal and New York laws that allow the limitation of a club's lodging to its members. Question 9. What did the HOLC work with local real estate professionals to create to distinguish the least risky and most risky neighborhoods for lending after the Great Depression? A. Residential security maps. B. Fair housing laws. C. Electoral districts. D. Lending programs for minorities. The correct answer is A. Residential security maps, which unfortunately contributed to the discriminatory practice of redlining. Question 10. What makes the Civil Rights Act of 1866 unique in comparison to other exemptions permitted under the Federal Fair Housing Act of 1968? A. The Civil Rights Act of 1866 permits no exceptions that would allow racial discrimination. B. The Civil Rights Act of 1866 permits exceptions that would allow racial discrimination. C. The Civil Rights Act of 1866 includes people with disabilities as a protected class. D. The Civil Rights Act of 1866 includes familial status as a protected class. The correct answer is A. The Civil Rights Act of 1866 permits no exceptions that would allow racial discrimination. Question 11. Federal agencies financed nearly 1/4 of all suburban homes in the 1950s and 1960s. A. 25%, B. 50%, C. 75%, D. 100%. The correct answer is B. 50%. Federal agencies significantly influenced the suburban housing market during this period. Question 12. The purpose of Chaya Cardio is to help real estate professionals understand how attitudes or stereotypes can affect their understanding, actions, and decisions in an unconscious manner while working in real estate. A. Implicit bias training. B. Fair housing laws. C. The Civil Rights Act. D. Redlining. The correct answer is A. Implicit bias training. This is crucial for ensuring fair and unbiased real estate practices. Question 13. The purpose of the reasonable modification and accommodation tenant disclosure is to require housing providers to make reasonable accommodations or modifications to a building or living space to meet the needs of yiers gris. A. People of certain religious backgrounds. B. People of certain races. C. People with disabilities. D. People with children. The correct answer is C. People with disabilities. This ensures equal housing opportunities for all individuals. Question 14. Which of the following is a circumstance in which it is legal to contain a preference based on gender in a listing advertisement? A. When someone is advertising for roommates and there are common or shared living areas. B. When someone is advertising for a property in a neighborhood with mostly women. C. When someone is advertising for a property in a neighborhood with a popular women's-only university. D. When someone is advertising for a property in a neighborhood with a high crime rate. The correct answer is A. When someone is advertising for roommates and there are common or shared living areas. Question 15. The owner of a single-family property in Syosset on Long Island asks a salesperson to find a nice couple without children to purchase their home. The broker, A, may take this listing because the property owner has the right to specify who purchases his property. B, may take the listing but must ask for a written statement from the owner to cover any liability problems. C, may take the listing only with permission of her supervising broker. D, must refuse this listing. The correct answer is D, must refuse this listing to comply with fair housing laws. Question 16. The term blockbusting refers to A. Phone calls soliciting prospective buyers or sellers in a cease and desist zone. B. Offering property for sale only to persons of a certain race. C. Prompting homeowners to sell their properties due to the entry of certain persons of a particular race or religion into the neighborhood. D. The government's right of eminent domain to condemn and destroy older vacant buildings in a neighborhood. The correct answer is C. Prompting homeowners to sell due to the entry of certain racial or religious groups. Question 17. Hattie wants to sell her home in Kingston, New York. She decides not to use a broker so that she can sell her property to whomever she wants. Hattie, A, is exempt from all fair housing laws as long as she does not use a broker. B, is exempt from fair housing laws in the sale of a single-family home. C, can only sell her property to whomever she wants if she does not advertise. D, is not entitled to any exemptions to fair housing laws in the sale of a single-family home in New York. The correct answer is D, is not entitled to any exemptions to fair housing laws. Question 18. The maximum fine for a first violation of the Federal Fair Housing Act can be up to A. $10,000, B. $25,000, C. $75,000, D. $150,000. The correct answer is C. $75,000. Violations carry significant penalties to enforce compliance. Question 19. Real estate brokers in New York must A. Memorize the NYS Division of Human Rights poster. B. Prominently display the HUD Fair Housing poster in their offices. C. Accept all real estate listings. D. Keep a copy of the New York Human Rights Law in the office as a reference. The correct answer is B. Prominently display the HUD Fair Housing poster in their offices. Question 20. Redlining applies to which of the following? A. Brokers. B. Lenders. C. Developers. D. Landlords. The correct answer is B. Lenders. Redlining is a discriminatory practice that denies services to residents of certain areas based on racial or ethnic composition. Question 21. Which of the following is not covered under NYS human rights law? A. Discrimination in the sale or rental of commercial space. B. Age as a protected class. C. Military status as a protected class. D. Citizenship status as a protected class. The correct answer is D. Citizenship status as a protected class. Question 22. Hattie wants to sell her home in Kingston, New York. She decided not to use a broker so that she can sell her property to whomever she wants. Which of the following is true? Hattie, A, is exempt from all fair housing laws as long as she does not use a broker. B, is exempt from fair housing laws in the sale of a single-family home. C, can only sell her property to whomever she wants if she does not advertise. D, and/or a broker are not entitled to any exemptions to fair housing laws in the sale of a single-family home in New York. The correct answer is D. Both homeowners and brokers must adhere to fair housing laws. Question 23. The fine for a first offense in violation of the Federal Fair Housing Act can be up to A. $1,000, B. $5,000, C. $10,000, D. $20,000. The correct answer is C. $10,000. Ensuring adherence to fair housing laws is critical, and violations result in hefty fines. Question 24. Which of the following is required by law for real estate brokers? A. Memorizing the NYS Division of Human Rights poster. B. Prominently displaying the HUD fair housing poster. C. Accepting all real estate listings. D. Keeping a copy of the New York human rights law in the office as a reference. The correct answer is B. Prominently displaying the HUD fair housing poster. Question 25. One of the differences between federal human rights law and New York human rights law is that the A. Federal law does not address discrimination based on familial status, and the New York law does. B. Federal law does not address discrimination based on disability, and the New York law does. C. Federal law has fewer protected classes than the New York law. D. Federal law does not address discrimination based on sex, and the New York law does. The correct answer is C. New York human rights law includes more protected classes than federal law.
Thank you for joining us for this educational session. Before we wrap up, let's consider how you can elevate your exam preparation even further. With our real estate exam prep course, your study becomes a pathway to success. And now, for a limited time, we're making this journey more accessible for you. Use the following code at checkout to receive a 20% discount on our exam prep course. This is your chance not just to pass, but to excel with confidence and begin your real estate career on solid ground. Don't forget to share this video with friends who are also on their journey to becoming real estate professionals. Subscribe to our channel for more practice tests and resources to ensure your success. We're committed to helping you pass your real estate exam with flying colors. See you in the next video.